Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P2652, indicates that the rocker arm oil pressure is stuck on. This typically pertains to issues with the VTEC, Variable Valve Timing and Lift Electronic Control System, responsible for optimizing engine performance and efficiency by adjusting valve timing. In this context, the components primarily affected include the rocker arm oil pressure sensor and the rocker arm oil control valve. The sensor monitors oil pressure sent to the rocker arms, while the control valve regulates the oil flow. The sensor is located near the engine's top end, usually on the cylinder head, and connects to the engine control module, PCM, to relay critical pressure data crucial for optimal VTEC function. A significant malfunction in these systems can lead to compromised engine performance, making it essential to address any DTCs promptly. The DTC P2652, which stands for Rocker Arm Oil Pressure Stuck On, points to a malfunction within the VTEC system. The primary components involved are the rocker arm oil pressure sensor and the rocker arm oil control valve. The rocker arm oil pressure sensor monitors the pressure level of the oil circulating through the VTEC system, providing vital information to the engine control module, or PCM. If the oil pressure is stuck on, it indicates that the sensor may be reading continuously high pressure, which could be due to various issues, including a malfunctioning control valve. These components are typically found near the engine's cylinder head, ensuring they can effectively regulate and monitor oil flow and pressure. This is critical for maintaining optimal engine conditions, particularly at higher RPMs where VTEC engages. There are several possible causes for the DTC P2652 to be triggered. One common issue is a low engine oil level, which can significantly affect oil pressure and lead to erroneous readings from the rocker arm oil pressure sensor. If the oil level is found to be adequate, the next likely cause could be a faulty rocker arm oil pressure sensor itself. This sensor may send incorrect signals to the PCM, indicating that the oil pressure is constant, when in fact it is not. Another possibility is a malfunctioning rocker arm oil control valve, which could either be stuck in one position or not operating as required. These cause the oil supply needed for the VTEC system to be compromised, hence triggering the fault code. When the DTC P2652 is present, several symptoms may manifest, impacting the vehicle's overall performance. One of the first indicators is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, alerting the driver that the vehicle's onboard diagnostic system has detected a fault. Drivers may also notice reduced engine performance, particularly in scenarios requiring high RPMs, as the VTEC system may fail to operate properly. Inefficient engine running and potential misfires can happen due to inadequate oil pressure, affecting the timing and lift of the valves. If left unaddressed, these symptoms could lead to further engine damage, making it imperative to respond quickly to the DTC and rectify any underlying issues. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P2652 involves checking the engine oil level. Low oil levels can significantly impair the functionality of the VTEC system and may lead to incorrect pressure readings from the rocker arm oil pressure sensor. To perform this check, you will need to ensure that the vehicle is parked on a level surface, turn off the engine, and use the dipstick to assess the oil level. If the oil level is found to be low, it is critical to adjust it to the proper level by adding the correct type of engine oil. If the oil level is adequate, you will proceed to the next troubleshooting step, as a proper oil level is essential for the correct functioning of the engine and related components. After confirming that the oil level is sufficient, the next step is problem verification. First, you need to turn the vehicle to the on mode without starting the engine, which powers up the vehicle's electrical systems. Following that, you will utilize the Honda Diagnostic System, or HDS, to clear the DTC P2652 from the memory. This step is crucial because it resets any previously stored fault codes, providing a clean slate for further diagnostics. After clearing the code, proceed by selecting the VTEC test function within the HDS. Taking note of the results is important. If the results indicate that the system is functioning correctly, there might be an intermittent failure, suggesting you should check the connections at the rocker arm oil pressure sensor and the PCM for any loose or damaged terminals. If the DTC reappears, you'll need to proceed further into the troubleshooting process. The third troubleshooting step for DTC P2652 focuses on checking for any additional confirmed or pending DTCs using the HDS. It's vital to monitor for other related DTCs such as P055D, which signifies high voltage from the rocker arm oil pressure sensor, and P2654, indicating issues with the rocker arm oil control solenoid. If either of these codes is present, it suggests that there are additional faults that must be addressed before continuing with the P2652 diagnostics. If no additional codes appear, you can move on to the next troubleshooting step. It's essential to address all related fault codes in a logical sequence, as they can influence each other's operation and possibly provide insight into the root cause of the problems affecting the VTEC system. In this step, the VTEC system's oil pressure is methodically checked to diagnose the cause of the DTC P2652. Start by turning the vehicle to the off mode to safely handle the electrical components. Next, remove the rocker arm oil pressure sensor, which plays a critical role in monitoring oil pressure within the VTEC system. Once the sensor is detached, it is necessary to attach special tools to assess the oil pressure correctly. Ensure that you connect the rocker arm oil pressure sensor to the oil pressure gauge adapter, following the manufacturer's specifications precisely. After connecting the necessary tools, reattach the sensor and select the VTEC test in the HDS. Monitoring the oil pressure while checking the VTEC solenoid status is crucial. If you find that the oil pressure meets or exceeds 49 kPa, approximately 7.1 psi, it indicates that the VTEC oil passage is likely functioning properly, and you need to inspect the rocker arm oil control valve next. After completing all the necessary repairs based on the troubleshooting steps, it's essential to conduct a final verification. Begin this process by rechecking for DTC P2652 using the HDS to ensure that it no longer appears in the system. This final check is crucial in confirming the efficacy of the repairs made and ensures that the issue with rocker arm oil pressure is truly resolved. If the DTC does not return, it is an excellent indication that the repairs have been successful. Additionally, it's beneficial to conduct a road test to confirm that the vehicle operates efficiently under various driving conditions. If everything checks out, you can finally consider the repair completed. Preventive maintenance is key to ensuring long-term vehicle performance and avoiding recurrent DTCs such as P2652. One of the most straightforward preventive actions is to regularly check the engine oil level. Keeping the oil at the manufacturer's specified level is necessary for optimal VTEC functionality and overall engine health. Additionally, always use oils that meet the manufacturer's recommendations for viscosity and quality standards. Using the right type of oil mitigates the risk of oil pressure issues that can eventually lead to triggering diagnostic trouble codes. Routine oil changes and inspections can also help detect potential issues before they escalate into significant failures. In conclusion, troubleshooting DTC P2652 requires a systematic approach that begins with checking the engine oil level and verifying the problem through diagnostic systems. Understanding the roles of the rocker arm oil pressure sensor and the rocker arm oil control valve is fundamental in addressing the root cause of the error. Further steps involve checking for related DTCs and conducting oil pressure tests to assess the functionality of the VTEC system. Establishing a preventive maintenance routine that includes regular oil level checks and proper oil use is essential for minimizing future issues. Lastly, addressing any DTCs promptly can significantly enhance the longevity and performance of the Honda Accord. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.